Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Swadik Mayanja, and on this channel, I bring you an everyday hero once a week. And this week, I am lucky, very lucky to bring you Rachel. Rachel, welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. You're a CrossFit coach.
I am.
You're a CrossFit coach. So before we even get into the details of CrossFit, before we even get into the details of coaching, I would like to know, who are you and why CrossFit?
Well, I'm Rachel.
Yes.
And I chose CrossFit. Actually, my dad introduced me to it.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was 18. I was working at a restaurant, and it was like the first year CrossFit was debuted on TV.
So like 2010, 11?
I think it was 2013, I want to say.
Okay.
And so it was just like a short little clip on ESPN. He was like, Rachel, you should really try this, And I was just kind of like a host. I think it was, 18. And I was like, okay, yeah, Dad, whatever. You know, like brushing him off. And then I Googled what is CrossFit on YouTube. And it was like a 7-minute video of these like badass chicks and like these guys like flipping tires and like
doing bad shit.
Yeah, and so I did sports in high school, and then after I like kind of like had a void, you know, like my working out was like running 3 miles every day and then doing some like air squats and push-ups. Like I've never lifted weights in my life, so like I know it.
Wait,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
Yes.
All right. So you never lifted weights.
Yep. And so anyway, it's really funny. I Googled CrossFit gyms, and the closest one to my house was like 3 minutes away.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I called them and I was like, "Hi, my name's Rachel. Like, I just want to know like about the CrossFit gym." And it was this girl who was just front desk, not a coach or anything. She's like, "Oh, we have these on-ramp classes, 4 classes, say like Tuesday, Thursday, and then 2 weeks, and then after that, you get to have the rest of the 30 days unlimited." So it was like,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it was like, for example.
So you jumped in early.
Yeah, so I remember the exact day. I jumped in like the second week of November. And so it was either an 8 a.m. class or a 6 p.m. class.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I'll do the 8 a.m. It was just me and this guy, Chris, who was like 230 pounds, like absolutely jacked, right? And
sounds like me. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right here. So I was the only one there. No one else showed up. So
wait. So Chris was the coach, or was he?
Chris was he was a coach there, but he was also like an on-ramp coach.
Oh, okay.
So he like introduced the club, the people. So it was the first workout was like rowing, burpees, and wall balls. So like all the worst movements that I could like ever have. And so anyway, he's like, "Hey, can you do a pull-up?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm like I can do one." I'm like, I don't know if I can. I'm like, I can't do a lot. So like I went up on the pull-up rig and I went to go do a pull-up and I couldn't do one. And I was like, I swear to God, like I did one the other day. Like I was practicing. He's like, it's okay. He gave me like the thickest green band to like do a pull-up. Because they were in the workout that we were gonna do.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was scratch that. But at the end of the workout, I just like sat down. He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I've just never felt like this before." He's like, "You're gonna be fine." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're gonna be sore, but like I want to make sure that you come back the next day." I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, like I'll come back." I sat there for like 30 minutes, and I think that they were like, "What is she still doing here?" But like I was honestly scared to drive home.
Oh yes.
And I was 3 minutes away. So anyway, I drove home, took a shower. I was like washing my hair. I like couldn't lift my hands up. So I'm like in the shower, and I had tilted my head over to wash. I was like, it was bad. It was bad. So anyway, I went back the next day, and it was like really fun and like challenging because I thought I was fit, you know. And then I did the first day at CrossFit, and I was like, wow, I'm really out of shape. So anyway, I kept coming back.
So I mean, I love that story because it's very similar to a lot of people.
Right.
From like before I started CrossFit was very scary. I mean, it just because I didn't.
It's intimidating.
Yeah,
you don't know what it
super
is.
intimidating. And I think I got into CrossFit a little later than you might have gotten into CrossFit, but me looking from the outside into CrossFit, it was just a lot of really jacked people doing crazy amounts of workouts and like lifting crazy amounts of weight, and I was like, holy shit, this is intense. Like, this is like real athlete stuff. I can't do it.
Right. So funny story, when I called them, they were like, first class, she's like, you're just gonna come in. I'm like, do I have to bring any money? Like, what's the charge? She's like, no, just come in. And I was like, what is this place?
Yes.
And so I guess the first class was like a trial, and then after that you would pay like the $200, and then the rest of the 30 days you have unlimited.
Yes.
I remember the first day I went in there was this girl who, from the outside, had never seen a girl with like muscles. She was like absolutely jacked, and her head looked so small, right? And I was like, I told the guy, I'm like, you know, I want to be fit, but I'm like, I never want to look like that, right? And so like 6 months into it, I'm like, every month I'm like buying new clothes because my back is just like getting bigger. Like I'm getting muscle, and like I'm short, so like,
yes.
You know,
so,
it's gonna be.
I'm happy you brought that up. So do you care at all? Like, did
About
you
the muscle?
yeah, because you said like when you came in, you're like, I don't want to look like that.
Right.
Did that change, or was it the same? Like.
Oh yeah, so totally changed because now she doesn't look like that because I'm like so used to seeing
Of course,
it.
yeah.
Like yes and no. Like sometimes even to this day, like it's hard for me to like find a dress for a wedding because I have big shoulders. You know what I mean? So like in the gym, I love it. But sometimes you want to like be a girl and wear a shirt that you want to wear, but sometimes you can't because you just look absolutely like, especially in the summer, like when you're hot, you know, like your muscles are a little swollen, especially after a workout.
Good
but
for you.
I embrace it now. But yeah, before I was like, wow. But there was like this little like older mom, skinny, maybe like 115 pounds. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be able to lift more than her. Did a workout and she like absolutely crushed me. I'm like, wow, like this is deceiving. So like that's kind of like
Yes.
brought me in,
Yes.
you know. I'm like, okay, she's really strong, and I definitely thought I was stronger than her. I wasn't.
I
wasn't.
We're gonna definitely get there.
Yeah.
So when you said you did sports as a kid, what sports did you do? And did it correlate at all? Do you think it helped at all? When it came to
Yes.
CrossFit?
Well, when I was really little, my parents like put me into like a field of sports to kind of like choose what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So that consisted of like soccer, cheering, and we had like a big karate family, so I did karate. Yeah, but like all of our family members did karate, and then I was like a little pushed too hard, so I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then my mom brought me into cheerleading, like Cup of Honor. I did not want to do it at all. No, I was like, I'm not a cheerleader, like I don't want to do this. So anyway, one year my mom was like, you have to pick 2 sports. And I chose, I got rid of dance and soccer.
Okay.
And so, because I did cheerleading and I did like an all-star cheerleading team. Don't ask me why I picked cheerleading, but then I ended up doing cheering like my whole life until the end of high school. So I did it in high school, and then I did it competitively out of this gym in Tewksbury.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was like really cool. So that definitely helped me with like body awareness and stuff. And then in high school I did like ski snowboarding club and then like track and field, which I really liked.
You did track and field too?
Yeah,
I did
loved
track
it.
and field,
Yeah.
So cheerleading, very close. I don't know how close. I never understood the difference or like the separation between cheerleading and gymnastics. But I do know now, being a CrossFitter, coming to the gym, doing these workouts, having some background in gymnastics, cheerleading, anything that's flexible / body awareness movements is super helpful.
Yeah.
It's super helpful. I come from a football and I did track, so it was straight like running or lifting heavy weights. Right. And it's nice, but sometimes I'm like, God damn it, I'm tight.
Yeah, tight, yeah. Well, I was flexible before I started CrossFit, and now, some years later, I'm like so tight.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
it varies.
Yeah, it varies. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so you started CrossFit. How did you transition from being a CrossFitter, coming to the gym doing workouts, to being a coach? How did that happen?
Okay, so the gym that I was at, I really started like December. January 1st came around, and the coach was like, hey, we have a competitives class. Do you want to come and work out with us? You know, I think you would really like it. You can be like a part of the team. And I was kind of like skeptical because I didn't want to like commit to anything. I didn't know if it was something like super intense, but I was like, okay, like I'll go. And then after like a few months down the line, in June, he was like, okay, do you want to get your L1? You want a mentor? Like I was asking the coach, like, hey, hey, shh, honey, come here. Sorry.
Oh no, in between that story, just let us know who our really fuzzy friend that's been joining us.
Yes. Come here.
Oh yes.
This little brat right here. Sit. This is Penny.
Yes!
This is Penny.
She's adorable.
She's our lucky Penny, and my earrings. I wore these Penny earrings just
beautiful.
for today.
That's beautiful. I'm sorry. So yes,
okay.
so they were asking you about the L1 competitors class and all that.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
so someone asked me, they were like, oh, what do you want to do for a job? I'm like, oh, I really want to go to school for PT, but I didn't want to like do the schooling for PT. And she's like, you know, if you really want to be a CrossFit coach, then you shouldn't do PT because it doesn't really mean anything.
Yes.
You need to get just your L1.
Yes.
So long story short, I went and got my L1, and then like mentored me for, you know, a few weeks, and then that's how I hopped in.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
you just jumped right in.
Yeah,
But
it just kind of like fell.
But did you know
But that's what I wanted to do.
that's what you wanted to do, or did it just like?
No, it just happened.
It just happened.
Just happened.
Just over time, you were doing the classes, decided to do the thing, and then you started coaching.
Yeah, I was like in college, taking a few classes, not sure like kind of where I wanted to go.
Yes.
And I was like in school for nutrition, to be like a dietitian, and then this whole thing happened and it's kind of spiraled off.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you were a coach now.
Yes.
You're a coach now. So I do want to talk about programming.
Okay.
Because I always, and it's not, this is the third CrossFit gym I've been a part of, and I've always had an issue with programming. And that's not with the person who's making the decisions.
Right.
I just feel like it's...
Issue in the sense that you...
It hurts!
Yeah, it hurts.
It hurts,
It hurts.
girl. It's painful. Like some of these workouts are super, super painful. How do you go about programming a CrossFit like class a week? How does that happen?
Yeah,
What's the thought process?
Yeah, the thought process, so when you go to your L1, it's like very simple. It's like Monday we're pushing, Tuesday we're pulling, Wednesday it's like push, pull, push, pull,
Oh,
push,
okay,
pull.
okay.
So like a push would be a wall ball, a thruster, maybe it's like a lower push, like a back squat,
Okay.
or yeah, so something like that. And then pull could be like deadlift, pull-ups, like all those kind of movements, kettlebell swing.
Yes.
So that's kind of how, so when I learned, I wrote down on a piece of paper all the push movements, all of
That's
the pull
really
movements.
smart. That's super smart.
Yeah, and so, and then after that, like, I would put some workouts together, and then someone would tell me, okay, this is good, this is what I don't like about it, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of how I got in the water, like my feet wet a little bit,
Yeah.
but programming is like probably one of like the most things I struggle with, just because I know if I see something, okay, this is appropriate. If I see it, I'm like, okay, this is not appropriate. But I guess you have to trust your instinct, like, is this right, is this not right?
Okay.
So right now, I actually pay for programming, and we use that basically for CrossFit Blueburn.
Yes.
So I have the program in front of me. I know it's correct, obviously, because these guys are pretty reputable. And so we just kind of cater it for the class. Yeah, so you had to, like, when you open a gym, you want to know, like, is my gym catered to competitors, or do I want, like, the everyday athlete? Like, you have to, like, choose what gym you want, really.
Definitely.
So we don't want to program to, like, the 1%. But we also don't want to program to this athlete who's just beginning. You need to meet, like, somewhere in the middle, because, you know, those 1% still need to be challenged. You need to really program for, like, your top athlete, and then just kind of cater down from there. So that's why we'll have, like, strength workout and then some extra in between. And then if people really want extra stuff, they just kind of come to us and we'll give something to them.
And I think that's super helpful. And the thing, like, I want to stress this as much as possible. CrossFit, yeah, it is a group workout class, but you get a lot of attention.
It's
like
individual.
A ton of attention.
Yeah, it's individual.
Yeah. And like, I think, like, there's these, you know, powerlifting, all of these lifts, these Olympic lifts that we do, like, they, what's it called? Form.
Yeah.
Always, which is really helpful. I do have to say, during class, the warm-ups before starting the actual...
The workout is the toughest part.
A lot of the time, it's the toughest part.
Yeah.
And when I first started CrossFit, that was a huge thing for me. Like, I was like, how in the world is it possible that this warm-up is, like, as hard as, like, my sprints in football?
Right.
Like, it was different.
Yeah.
Really different.
Yeah, definitely.
It took some time to get used to. Okay, so I do want to talk just a little bit more about you. What are your goals? Do you want to be a competitor? Do you want to just be a CrossFitter that just does CrossFit? Do you want to be the greatest coach ever? What are your specific goals, Rachel?
Yeah, within CrossFit, I kind of went like a few different routes. I wanted to just do it to be fit. then I wanted to do it, and I wanted to be a competitor, and I actually had this girl that I trained with, and she moved across the country. We drove across country like the day after Christmas.
Wow.
And her goal was to go to the games, which she did, and my goal was to just kind of tag along and have fun, and just if it takes me somewhere, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I was there to kind of like help a regional team, if anything, but then life happened, and I moved back,
Yes.
and I was very drained. Like mentally, I was just exhausted because I didn't work there. We went there to work out.
Oh,
you know?
Like it was all working out.
It was strictly for CrossFit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was fun.
So where, like, do you, just state-wise, where'd you guys
Oh, yeah, Vancouver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
So we literally drove 6 days. We did not stop. We drove.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so, yeah, it was pretty cool. That place is, like, so beautiful.
Okay.
But then, yeah, so then I flew back, and I was, like, very, very drained mentally. And, like, when I got to the gym, like, you know, it was kind of like at a competitive gym. And they're like, come on, Rachel, like, move faster, move faster. I'm like, I'm just trying to get a sweat. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I needed a break, which I never thought I would kind of get there, but I did. But it, like, kind of taught me a lot, life-wise, I guess you could say. So, like, I didn't come into the gym and just, like, was an asshole, and I don't know if I could say that, but, like, if I was, like, a brat and I just, like, came in and just, like, did whatever I want and just, like, threw around weight, like, not smart, I guess, like, instead of, like, coming to the gym in the morning and then coming at night, like, I'm older, like, I need to, like, take care of my body.
Of course.
So it was a little bit, like, step into, like, longevity, and then my mom asked me when I came back, she's like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I was like, fuck. I'm like, not here. So my boyfriend was like, you know, he actually was like one of the people who like really pushed me to like go back to school, whether he like knows it or not. But like he really did help me.
Good
like,
for them. Sounds like a keeper.
Yeah, he definitely like I took a year off and I went, and then he's like, you know, in a few years, like you're not gonna be like sitting around, like you need to like do something. So. I went back to school and I went for a phlebotomy. So I got my cert and I have like a job at MGH now, which is cool, part-time, but strictly kind of like for a resume sort of deal. And then now I'll go back for PT. So they have like a 3-year doctorate program, which I'm like hoping to get in instead of like going for 6 years. It's going to be a little intense, but I think I'll look back 3 years from now.
3-year doctorate program, you're going to have to take a break from CrossFit. You can't be working out so often.
Yeah, I'll be working out at 5:30 in the morning because I'm gonna need to keep my sanity. And if I don't release those endorphins, it will not be a happy story. Yes, definitely CrossFit will not be #1, but it's still gonna be important.
It's going to be in your life.
It has to be, or else.
Oh, good for you.
I'm gonna rip my head up. Yeah. So hopefully that happens. I hope I get into that program.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Goody. We'll let you all know in a bit. Okay. The CrossFit Open.
CrossFit Open.
We are, today's Thursday, we're about to find out what 18.5 is. But before we talk about 18.5, because it is the last workout of the Open before the regionals, I want to go through the other workouts that we had.
Right.
18.1, 2, 3, and 4.
Your favorite?
My favorite, oh, so we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Favorite, your least favorite? That's what I need to know.
Oh, yes, wait. Even before we get to the CrossFit Open, can I know what your favorite CrossFit movement in general is and your least favorite CrossFit movement, if you have it, or workout?
Yeah. Favorite workout is Fran.
Oh, good for you. My God, no. That's
well,
not
I'm short, so it's easy.
yes.
You know?
Yes.
Favorite movement, probably like burpees or pistols, like some like gymnastics movement. My least favorite for the longest time was cycling hang power cleans together because my hands are so small and that hook grip, the grip was like, I swear to God, I extended my thumbs. Like, they're extended now. Like, I can't even crack this knuckle because it hurts so bad. So I swear to God, I had 3 years. It took me a long time, but I did it.
Okay, all right. I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, DT, least favorite workout.
Yeah, DT.
I hate that workout more than anything.
Yeah. And for those who don't know,
Dislike.
I'll have those workouts on the screen somewhere so you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the CrossFit Open, 18.1. So for those who don't know, 18.1 was complete as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes, 8 toes to bar, 10 dumbbell hand clean and jerks, and then a 14 or 12 calorie run.
Right.
So how did you go about this workout and how did you feel in general? Was it something you were excited about?
No.
No. Honesty is important.
Honesty is important,
Yes.
no. I liked everything besides the row. Because, again, my legs aren't that long. So, first time I did it, my goal for the open was to just kind of like have fun, but like obviously try. And so, I went hard is what I thought the first time, but my abs were like killing me during that workout. I don't know why. I wore a belt the whole time. Kind of had like this little injury, so I was just, I think it was between my two ears. Like, it was really bothering me. Second time I did it, so much better. Abs didn't bother me, didn't wear a belt. And I put the damper on the rower really low.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because if you put the damper up high, it's like doing
it's more tension. But
more
like,
tension.
But like, isn't it quicker for the calories? I was told that.
No, it's true.
Okay.
Because you have to work harder
Yes.
for the pull because the resistance is higher.
Yes.
But if you put it between 4 and 5, it's less fatigue on like your back and your legs. And I was like keeping it 800 as before. I was like, so second time I was holding like 800 and 900. Last time I was holding like a 600 like cal per hour.
Okay.
And it was like not good news. But I was happy with it. Like, as long as like you smile during the workout, it's fine.
Yeah, no,
you can't dwell on it. Like, it's just a workout, and then like you go into life, you know.
So this was my first time signing up for the Open, so I don't know. I can't compare it too much. I mean, when I was at previous gyms, I did the workout just because it was the workout of the day, every Friday or Saturday, whenever they did it.
Right.
This was the first time I've signed up, so this is the first time I've seriously like actually looked at and thought about these workouts. Thinking about 18.1, I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it so much more because of the environment. Like, that was my first time, Friday Night Lights.
Did you do a Friday Night Lights?
I did it, 18.1, 18.2, I did Friday night. Yeah, I came here.
Okay, at 4 or something?
Yes, it was, I think, like 4 or 5.
I was coaching
So,
I need to come back that week.
So, it wasn't like I just loved the environment. Like, everyone was here. There was people cheering you on. You had someone that was actually watching you and like judging you, telling you no repping, which was never happened. So we'll get into the no reps.
No bro reps.
But I love. I mean, it's just the best feeling.
Yeah,
it's the best feeling ever. It's the best feeling ever. So 18.2 and 18.2A. So 18.2 was 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10. You did dumbbell squats and bar facing burpees. And then after you do all the way 1 through 10, you did the max clean.
Yes.
I loved this workout.
That was definitely my favorite one.
I loved this workout when I looked at it on paper. And then when I was doing it, oh my God.
Yeah, that's a workout where, like, first one, you have to, like, go dark if you want to, like, get a good score. But, like, this one, you can go dark, but it's, like, a good kind of pain.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a different kind of, like, pain. Like, you can go dark, and then you can go even extra dark. Because it's just squats and burpees.
It's
you know
just
what I
squats
mean?
and burpees. And oh my, like, it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a surprise.
I thought I was going to trip on the barbell, like, the whole time. Yeah.
And I'll be showing you some videos / pictures throughout this conversation just to show you guys how it was.
Did you do it twice?
I did it twice. I did both 18.1 and 2 twice. And oh yeah, what is your thoughts about redoing workouts? Because I'm kind of sold on just going to one and done because the second time I'm thinking too much.
You know what it feels like. That's why. You can always do better the second time. There's always going to be, you know, a chance that you're not going to do better. Of course. I've done a workout 3 times and gone worse every single time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was tough, but I think every time you can do it, if you do it twice, you can always get better. There's always room to improve, so I think you should do it twice. Even if you're just like an everyday CrossFitter coming in, like, you shouldn't game the first one. You should still go as hard as you can, but then you kind of like have a feel for it. I definitely did better on all the workouts so far.
So when you talk about going dark, so are you like when like I see like even watching the games on ESPN and stuff, and of course they have strategy and coaches and all this stuff, and they talk about these workouts like 1,000 times before they do it.
Right.
But like, are you the kind of athlete that goes in like I'm going to finish this round at this time? Are you all strategy, or is it like balls to the wall, do me?
It really depends. This year, I've been just like, fuck it, I'm going as hard as I can, and then I'm going to try to hold on. And I've been trying to, like, keep that mentality, like, when I work out, because I would always, like, okay, like, some workouts you see it, if I go hard out in the beginning, I'm not going to be able to hold on. So it's like, you got to be, like, smart and know yourself as an athlete, but No, I've been like trying to just like do me and like hold on as hard as I can.
Good for you. I mean, and like that's just how I am. Just because like trying to keep a strategy just makes me think too much, and if I'm thinking too much, I'm not working as hard.
It's easier to do that in the open. Like when you're in class.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go 75, 80%. Like, I need to like not do that.
She said it. I don't do it. She said it. Okay, so 18.3. This one I thought was horrendous. I think this was the hardest for me specifically.
Yeah.
And it's a difficult one. I'm going to put the whole thing up. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it was a lot of double unders, overhead squats, and muscle ups.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll be somewhere on the screen. But how did you do? Because this is a lot of gymnastics.
Yeah. This is like what I asked for. This workout. Yes. It's definitely a double under workout, but I feel like it was like a regionals workout. I liked it because it was all gymnastics.
Okay.
And I feel really good with muscle ups, and yeah, those overhead squats and dumbbell snatches like weren't really a problem. And some girls have a tough time stringing muscle ups together. I'm definitely like not in the top percent, but like I definitely feel like confident.
You like muscle ups?
Yeah.
Both bar and ring. Do you have a preference?
I like ring a little better.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do like the bar. The bar actually felt better in this workout.
Good for you. Were you able to get through the first round?
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I got
That's
through.
intense. No, that's really difficult.
Yeah, this is a tough workout. So
Yes.
to my point, this regional open workout, like if you put 50 double unders in between each one, that's reasonable. You know,
Okay.
even like 75, like that's like probably the most I think. When he said like 100,
That's a lot of double.
I'm like, this is a lot of volume.
That's a lot.
My calves were killing me.
Oh my God. My shoulders were killing me.
My
Maybe that's-
shoulders, yeah.
My shoulders were shot, but that's 18.4.
So the second time I did it, my boyfriend crushed it. He finished one round, did the overhead squats, and then got to the double unders after the overhead squats. And so his goal was to get back to the muscle ups, so we're like warming up. And you know, he's getting like pretty fit, and it's like kind of bothering me a little bit, you know? And he's like, you know, I'm gonna try to lap. He's like, my goal is to just lap you in this workout. I'm like, okay.
Relax.
Yeah.
Wait, lap. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, he's like, my goal is to lap you. Joke was on him because I was like right behind him the whole time.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I did better with the double unders, but he got to the overhead squats. I didn't.
And I love that you just said that, because if I go to a class and I know there's someone at my level of fitness, I'm just sitting right next to them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I love that person, right?
Yeah.
Because I know if that person is going a little
can pace
faster,
off them,
I
yeah.
can pace off of them.
Yeah.
I do less thinking. They're my cycle.
Yeah.
I love that. So 18.4, and this one was super difficult, but I enjoyed this one because of the standards. 21:59 deadlift and handstand push-ups. You did that, and then 21:59 deadlifts. It was a 50 feet.
50 feet.
50 feet handstand walk.
9-minute cap.
9-minute cap. 9-minute cap. And the big problem with this workout was the standard for the handstand push-ups.
Yes.
This was super new to me. So Rachel is one of the coaches that is really good about walking up to you during a regular class and saying, in an actual workout, that's a no rep.
Yeah.
In an actual workout, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Get lower, get higher, full length, whatever. So I do appreciate that in like regular classes, but you don't know how much that matters until you're doing an actual open workout.
Right.
And getting no rep 5, 10, 20, 100 times.
Yeah.
How did you like 18.4?
This workout screwed me because that standard was out of control. Like
Yeah.
genetically, I don't have the anatomy for that standard, you know? Like, so anyway, first time I did it, I'm used to doing handstand push-ups like really wide.
Okay.
And I need to go closer. My shoulder mobility is not really that good. But
Self-awareness.
yeah, self-awareness, I guess. Yeah, I just need to like stop getting tight in my shoulders, do some mobility. But deadlifts actually felt fine. Handstand push-ups were good, but that standard is like so tough. Like I was just
really
at the
difficult.
line.
Yes.
Yeah, and Bree, who crushed it on your video they just posted,
Yes.
like 3 feet over the line.
Exactly.
Like not a question. Like every time I was like, they're like left foot. So I did left foot. They're like right foot, and I was like I thought I had body awareness, like could get myself to top. couldn't do it.
No, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was just tough.
I was lucky enough to be one of them folks that I had a good amount. At least, I'd say like at least 2-3 inches, right? So I had some good space. And even with that, like you said, I too, like just doing my handstand push-ups a little wider.
Yeah.
But if you do it wider, you don't make the standard.
Right.
You just don't make the standard. So you have to go closer, but closer means a whole lot more pushing.
Right.
And
so
then the fatigue is, a lot of hips. So I enjoyed that last workout. It was stressful, but I enjoyed it. That was the one workout that I was like hard knocks, judge. No rep, right? Hard knocks.
Yeah, no rep.
No rep and everything. 18.5.
Yes.
18.5.
We're going to vote on it tonight.
Yes. Everyone's supposed to, this is the first year they're doing it. They're letting people vote for the workout. Well, the movements, and there's 3 movements we can vote on that are going to be in the workout. You get to vote for that. Any predictions, anything you want?
Well, thrusters and chest to bar.
Thrusters and chest to bar pull-ups.
Yeah.
You want that, or do you think is that your prediction, or is that what you want? Or both?
Well, I guess both. I mean, what's left is thruster, box jump, wall ball, chest to bar. I mean, we already snatched, but he could put in like a barbell snatch.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's going to be thruster, wall ball, chest to bar.
Okay.
He might not put in a box jump. I don't know, he's been doing like a new move every week.
So that's the thing, for me, like I am more than happy to do dumbbell snatches for the rest of my life. Snatches are probably my least favorite movement.
Really?
I feel like snatches are the most technical movement. It's so technical, and like a clean, like you can muscle a clean and get by.
Right.
You can't muscle a snatch.
Yeah.
It's so much technique.
I love the snatch.
It's so much technique.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you look good doing it.
Thanks. Yes.
So you look good doing it. And I think, do you know when you're going to do 18.5? And are you going to be doing it?
So I'm coaching in the morning tomorrow. I normally coach at night. So honestly, I don't know until I see the workout.
Until you see the workout.
It all depends. Sometimes I need to be selfish and like I want like the equipment that I want, so I have to do it outside of class. Sometimes I want like a crowd, so I'll do it like at night. So it all depends.
So since we're doing this, I do want to get you on camera during the workout. So if you could just let me know.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, and we'll be posting some of her doing the 18.5 because I'll be posting this video next week.
Oh, God.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I call this the Everyday Hero Show. I do appreciate you being on. So I do want you, because consider you an everyday hero, you help the people that you're around. You help us in CrossFit every day. You help us healthier human beings.
Right.
Advice to beginner CrossFitters. And I always talk about beginner CrossFitters because the majority of us are not going to be going to the games. The majority of us just want to be healthy human beings. How do you suggest they go into CrossFit? Because I just want to say, coming in, I come into CrossFit and I'm just naturally competitive, right? So when I come in and I see some people doing some crazy weights, moving through workouts really fast and efficiently, I want to come every single day and do a million workouts and be as healthy, like as strong as possible. But at the same time, I have no intention of going to the
game. Yeah.
For beginning CrossFitters, what is your advice starting CrossFit and going about doing CrossFit?
Yeah, starting CrossFit, one, do your research on the gyms. Or if you know someone who's on CrossFit, ask them, because sometimes you can fall into a gym that, you want to make sure you have a gym where the coaches are always watching you and, you're doing good reps and, like, obviously brand new. Anyway, you go into a gym and don't be an everyday hero in the gym, because Mike's slogan is, don't be a CrossFit Uber hero and real world zero. I don't, it's so true though, because you come in and you see these guys and girls lifting crazy weight, and you're to my example, one of these little girls lifting and they're crushing, and you're like, fuck dude, this is not okay. You don't want to get you gotta leave your ego at the door.
Exactly.
But just be smart and listen to your body. If the coach tells you, this weight is not important, it's more important to do it this way and, practice your form, do that. Because it's it's easy to get hurt, you know what I mean? So you just want to make sure that you're doing everything properly, listening to your coach, and just trust them, because 9 out of 10 times they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Because you'll get there. You know what I mean? Sometimes taking a class or two to like focus on form is important.
It really is.
Yeah, and I know it's hard for me sometimes when like I'd be in the middle of a workout and like the coach would like stop me and explain to me like, I just want to get a workout in, but it's like it's so important, you know. And like I can be like that sometimes, and they're like, oh, I'll get it next time. I'm like, slow down, like don't worry about the time, like this is more important right now. Next time, then you can go ham. You know, some workouts you gotta kind of go full cycle, and like sometimes your form sits on the door, but we can be cautious about it.
And just to talk about that just a little bit more, what is your advice specifically for someone who wants to learn a specific movement? Do you believe that they should do like the every minute on the minute? Do you believe that they should have that one-on-one coaching, get that form down pat before even doing the movement, like in a form, like in a workout format?
Yeah.
How do you suggest? Because for me specifically, all the gymnastic movements, the muscle ups, the chest to bar pull-ups, the pistols, all of that stuff needs a lot of work.
Right.
How should I go about getting that down?
Yeah, so it all depends. Like, do you just need to be more efficient in the movement, or do you need to like build strength? So like, for someone who wants to be more efficient in chest bar pull-ups,
yes.
like what's going to help you with that is EMOMs. Like EMOMs are, I think, are a great way to get better at a skill, because EMOMs are meant for skill work or strength work. So like skill meaning I'm going to do 3 chest bars every minute for 5 minutes, and then next week I'm going to do 4 every minute for 5 minutes, and then increase.
Of course.
Or something like that. Or if you're like building strength and you want to get better at your clean, you know, maybe you're doing 1 squat clean every 30 seconds at 85% for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Because the more you can get comfortable at 85%, like the better you can get.
Clean is good, the stronger you'll be.
Yeah, or maybe you just need 5-10 minutes before or after class to like with the coach to practice it. But I think EMOMs are like super effective, and it's like short and sweet, and everyone's gonna benefit from that. Yeah.
And then last question before I say my goodbyes here, advice to the other end of the CrossFitter. So the CrossFitter that really does want to be the hero, that wants to go to the games, that wants to do super, super well in the open, and hopefully get to the games. Right?
Yeah.
Like, what is your advice to that CrossFitter?
Well, to that CrossFitter, you have to ask them, like, what is your why? And, like, what are your priorities? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of CrossFitters think that they have to sacrifice a lot, like, with, like, you know, their social life, their family, like, being in the gym 8 hours a day. Like, you don't need to be in the gym 8 hours a day. You just need to be effective and like have a program that works for you. You know what I mean? So maybe your double session looks like a CrossFit workout in like the beginning of the day with a little extra, and at the end you're doing like cardio work or like skill work, you know, or something like that. But first you gotta find yourself a coach, and you gotta be dedicated. You know what I mean?
Oh, forget about it.
Like you don't need
days off isn't a thing.
Yeah, you don't need to sacrifice a lot, but it is time consuming.
Of course.
And you just gotta find your balance, you know? But I think the most important thing is to find someone who's gonna be there for you, ask you questions, your nutrition, you know, and what's your why. And then go from there. You know, short-term, long-term, short-term, mid-term, long-term goals, and stuff like that.
Awesome. Rachel, I really do appreciate you. Thank you very much for coming on. CrossFit Open is where I'm at right now. So where can people find you, or do you even have like a socials? Do you want people to follow us on the gym's Instagram? Plug away.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, Rachel Donovan, you can follow me. No,
there you go.
My Instagram name is Rachel is Real.
And that's like, going to be on the screen and in the description box below. Click the link, follow my home.
Would it be Rachel is Real or Rachel is Real this way?
Either way.
Rachel is Real this way. Yeah, that's my Instagram, or you can follow at CrossFit Open.
Awesome.
But yeah, I don't have Twitter or anything like that.
Oh, good for you. So it's simple. We're going to follow her on Instagram.
Send me pictures of donuts. That's what I want.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I just
Is that your guilty pleasure?
Yeah, I had one this morning.
Oh, good for you.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, look at her. At least
had a
she's
coffee
honest.
and a donut. It's my rest day. I couldn't have a donut.
Today's a rest day. All right, thank you,
Balance.
Rachel. And you guys, we're gonna like I said, I'm going to get her on camera doing 18.5, whatever that workout is. I know for a fact she's going to kick some butt.
Grab some popcorn.
Exactly. So we're going to see that. Rachel, thank you very much.
Thank you.